Yo, what is up, guys, and welcome to the March 8th, 2021 Monday Night Raw review. Um, yeah, man. I mean, you're gonna see in the thumbnail the show fucking sucked, and I guess, I mean, I didn't even make the thumbnail, but my guy Jay did, but, yeah, it pretty much sucked for the most part. I mean, this was the Bobby Lashley celebration, but let's start off with, like, the thumbnail. So what had happened was, like, they were showing what happened with Randy Orton and him puking and this and that. And, like, AJ Styles is laughing, blah, blah, blah. Randy Orton's like, yo, you think this is funny? All right, let's fight one-on-one. And so AJ Styles accepted. Then it was AJ Styles versus Randy Orton in the main event. And so they were going at it. And then, like, almost pulled AJ Styles out the ring. So then you figured something was going to happen. And so Randy Orton's in the ring, and then Alexa Bliss appears on the Titantron. She's laughing. She has a what the fuck is that called? A match. She has a match in her hand, and it's on fire, and she blows it out. And the ring, I guess, I think it was only on 3 sides, 3 posts. They go on fire, and then that's pretty much it. And then AJ Styles, Randy Orton started puking, and AJ Styles, he capitalized by doing the phenomenal forearm and getting the win. So that's pretty much how Raw went off the air in the main event. And other than that, I mean, there was no real celebration for Bobby Lashley. You see a recap of what happened with Bobby Lashley last week. He shows up walking backstage, and he runs into, like, an interview, and he says he's a happy man, blah, blah, blah. 16 years. Then the Miz is in the ring with John Morrison. He's like, oh, he's like angry or whatever. And then, whatever. Then it sets up for Bobby Lashley coming out. By the way, guys, Bobby Lashley had an amazing intro. At one point, I thought he had new music, but no, he had the same music, but the intro was just absolutely incredible. If you guys didn't see it, you should look it up. Try to look it up on YouTube. Like, it was amazing. Or you could go on my Twitter account, the WWE Real One, and you could see my media. I posted the video. You guys could see it there. But it was absolutely incredible. But Bobby Lashley went like a whole commercial. Like, they were fighting. He was fighting with the Miz. He put the title on the line, and he went like the whole commercial with the Miz. And then, like, he barely he beat the Miz with the shit. So looks like the Miz is done. There was no Bad Bunny tonight, guys. No Damian Priest. Like, that's incredible. That's crazy, man. So you had that. Bobby Lashley winning. Drew McIntyre was watching. He's interviewed, and then, like, Sheamus attacks him from behind. That's that. Drew McIntyre storming backstage, runs into Adam Pearce, like, yo, make the match tonight. Me versus Sheamus. No DQ. Braun Strowman's walking backstage and runs into R-Truth. R-Truth does some funny shit. It's kind of getting old, but then he said some shit, and then he's like, you know what, you forgot about it. And then he did the Men in Black thing where the memory eraser. That was pretty funny, but then whatever. So he ran into Braun Strowman. That they did the Women's History Month thing. Braun Strowman makes his entrance. He's like, Shane, apologize to me, blah blah blah. And so Shane comes out, and he gets on the mic, goes into the ring with Strowman, and he's like, I'm sorry, and then he leaves. And then he's like baffled. He's like, what the? He's like, I don't know, man. I generally don't even know what they're doing with this. He declines an interview backstage. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. It was a pretty good match, no DQ match, and it ended in a stoppage, which I figured because it looks like they're gonna do this shit in at Fastlane. So they both hit each other with steel steps and whatever. They both, quote unquote, couldn't go. The medics check on them. You have the Randy Orton stuff. The New Day, they make their entrance. It's Shelton Benjamin versus Xavier Woods. And Xavier Woods wins by pinfall. Matt Riddle's backstage. He's like a dork with the scooter. Then he whatever, man. Then he asks the New Day if they could watch a scooter. Matt Riddle versus SLAPJACK. Matt Riddle wins. So he finally did take a pin as champion. So fucking finally. Shane McMahon's in his office, and then Adam Pearce rolls up to ask about Braun Strowman. Shane says he has something else to tell the Monster Muscle Man, but wants to meet him in the ring. Shane McMahon's waiting. Braun Strowman comes. Shane gets on the mic. And then he's basically teasing Braun Strowman. He's like, you're stupid, this and that, but run. So, you know, and they're trying to make it so that Braun Strowman's the babyface. He's cheered more, whatever. People don't really care. But this is pretty funny because on behalf of the IWC, Shane McMahon is calling Braun Strowman stupid. He taunts him, and he takes his time. Don't watch the segment, honestly. And then he runs, and like Shane McMahon gets in the car. Apparently, I guess it was like a dummy. He drives away, and then Braun Strowman stops and he leaves. And then Shane McMahon comes out of hiding and he calls him stupid. So that was that. Lana and Naomi, they make their entrance for fucking Lana and Naomi versus Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler for the tag team titles. And Reginald is with them, as you've seen on SmackDown. But Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler wins. Cool. Who really cares, honestly, man? Then you had the Randy Orton interview backstage. Then you had Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke. They're like, oh, we should be fighting for the tag team championship. Some shit like that. Honestly, I don't even care. AJ Styles cuts a promo. Then you had AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, and honestly, that was a show, man. Honestly, man, like I'm telling you, once Bobby Lashley finished, the show was just worthless. The show just went to shit, man. I mean, after that, it was just like, all right, cool, whatever, man. I don't know, man. Generally, that's all you need to know. I mean, you know, Bobby Lashley didn't even have a celebration. Brock Lesnar didn't show up. I think he's done. You know, don't expect Brock Lesnar. And it looks like Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus at Fastlane, and Drew McIntyre next in line for Bobby Lashley. Honestly, I don't know where else this could go, man. I generally don't know. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Raw is is the worst wrestling show, honestly, right now. At least they can always change. They can always, you know, get better, but they're not. You know, this is just whatever. Good to see Bobby Lashley and stuff like that, but I just feel so bad. Just like Roman Reigns on SmackDown, Bobby Lashley is carrying Monday Night Raw. You know, it is what it is. Awesome entrance for Bobby Lashley. But that was it, guys, for today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn that notification bell on. I'll see you guys next time. Later.